I'm kind of pitching myself here as somebody who's an experienced investor, but always, I'm definitely new to this business as well. I just want to speak about this product and just how much, it has really helped me, propel myself, get better with talking with sellers, actually be able to close a deal. My strategies right now have been primarily direct mail, cold calling, and cold texting. And I've found a lot of success with Real Estate IQ, especially being able to get in front of customers, have engaging conversations. And of course, I'm hoping to use all of that to build my own business and eventually retire off.
Excited to be here, and I want to say a big thank you to Real Estate IQ. They have the absolute top leads in the industry and just make investing effortless for all of us as real estate investors here in Texas and obviously everywhere else that they're focused. And I'm proud to be associated with Real Estate IQ. Love what you guys do and love how you all help investors so that we can focus on the thing that makes us the most money, which is the job of real estate investing.
I wanted to jump on this morning and give a shout out to Real Estate IQ. I began my journey with them a few years ago, just using some of the more basic products, the off-market leads. And since then, growing and visiting and talking with not only Steve, but other people who are involved with Real Estate IQ, I've had the opportunity to actually not only be a client, but I also became an investor with them. And that is one of the beauties of being able to be part of Real Estate IQ, is it gives you the opportunity to grow as an investor, especially in real estate.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me well? All right, give me some feedback if you are watching, and let me know if you can see us well here. Well, let's get started. Okay, cool. I think we're making this work here. How's everybody? I was just informed that we don't have audio, so I'm getting this set up now. Apologize for that. Um, let's restart. We were just talking about some folks that are successful using our tool, right? Um, Having been the source of your distressed seller leads. Let's jump right into some of these content here. So Real Estate IQ, what we offer are at this event, especially is educational purposes, and we don't offer investment or tax advice, right? Legal or tax advice here. And I was just sharing earlier, I think the audio didn't work, was that we have a live event in Dallas tomorrow. It's 9:30 in the morning. And so if you're interested, it's called Deal Makers Live. We're going to have a really awesome stage and awesome presenters at 9:30 in the morning. So if you're in the area, make sure you reach out to us and get an invitation for the event. Okay, so if you need help, getting a deal, working a deal, or closing a deal, you can also send your deal to me, and we'll walk you through how to structure a deal, how to analyze and underwrite, and everything else to make this deal happen. Okay, so we want to not just give you leads, but also assist you in finding success. This is our agenda. So let's jump right into the market update. All right. So the first update is the Federal Reserve is holding the benchmark rate. We're talking about some wars in the Middle East, geopolitical uncertainty, but the fund rate right now is set to remain unchanged. There's an expected one rate change in the entire year of 2026. And for real estate investors, we are looking for more downward pressure to the mortgage rate, and making homes more affordable, and loosening credit for the real estate market. Next. So we're gonna wait for this load. Okay, there we go. We got the second one. The mortgage rate, pretty much remaining steady around 6%. It's hovering up and down, but around that 6% is the fixed mortgage rate that we are seeing right now. And then in terms of the top Texas cities for rental and investments, we're looking at DFW is the kind of the top market based on economic factors to be the best city for buy and hold for rental portfolio. Houston is a really good city area for buying for cash flow, and then you have San Antonio is a really good affordable entry price point. So you can also look into San Antonio for value as well. And DFW, we're seeing rents are projected to increase by 1.5%. All right, next let's look at some of the deals progress. Okay, we have this property here in Mahia on Nolan Street. Some of you may recall this was a property that needed to get fixed up and get rented out. So these are some photos that we collected. This is before the rehab. Okay, you can see the top photos is the entry. You enter from that door, and the first three photos on the top row are basically different angles of that main living room. On the bottom, you see the kitchen and the bathroom, right? All these are kind of before rehab. Here are another set of photos, kind of towards the back of the house. You have a den in the back. Really nice lighting for this house, and then you also have some photos of the bedrooms. So basically, it's kind of it's a dated house. It needs to be updated and kind of upgraded to a higher quality kind of living condition. So. So those are the photos of last May, so about 10 months later now. These are what we have. So we try to find the photos that are before and after here. So on the left is the before photo of the living room. On the right, you kind of see that the house has been painted. We cleaned the carpet, and we also kind of created a little bit of entryway for the door, just kind of give it a little more updated look and feel. Everything else, is much nicer now. It's got fresh interior paints. The kitchen is where we see, a lot of improvement, right? You see new flooring. We try to keep the cabinet material there. They are of high quality. So we just repainted it, updated it, new countertop. So a much better look, more modern look. This was the bathroom, and you can see that the bathroom got updated. It's more or less for good for rental. And actually, on the top, in the before photo, you can see that right above the bath area, it's actually kind of an open space, and we kind of seal that. It was just kind of covered up by a piece of cloth when we first got the property, and now we have sealed it, and it looks much nicer and comfortable. Okay, let's see what else. We got a couple more photos here. Okay, this is the den area. So you can see we put on new flooring. It's a laminate flooring material type. It's not an expensive hardwood, but it looks and feels like hardwood, and so it gives it a really nice modern look. Interior paint. You see the windows. We have sealed up quite a few of those, and we kept a large window that's kind of top to the floor now, from ceiling to the floor. And I think we got a couple more photos. This is the other angle, kind of looking in, and we see the back door, and we seal that so that there's a little bit of kind of a blockage, maybe not blockage, but kind of a shield, from the back door entryway. So again, more modern look, right? More updated. This is a photo of one of the bedrooms. You can see on the left versus the right. We got new closet doors, new door, updated doors, and new paint. Really give it a nice look. And I think we kept the same carpet. We just clean up really well. Okay, so some of you might be wondering, hey, how do I get a hold of a deal like this, right? A lot of the deals that we get are either from folks that are in the market, right? From referrals, from wholesalers, and some of the deals we find ourselves. Last week I was showcasing, what a deal flow and a funnel looks like. And as a reminder, I think I'll be showing this more often here, is to kind of build a machine for consistent deal generation. We need to build a machine. We need to build kind of the engine. So on the right here is a visualization of the funnel. You can call it an engine or funnel. And on the left is the name of the different stages. That's how we set up our CRM and manage our leads. Because every day you're getting, tons of leads that are cold leads from on stage 1. And your job and our goal is to bring them all the way to stage 10, where we have a signed contract and an acquired deal. And so all of these stages, we're moving all these leads, right? And we're constantly managing and making sure they're updated and kind of moving them down the funnel, so we can yield a set number of deals every month or every year, depending on how you how active you are in the acquisition process. So let's see. So here we're just kind of showcasing how many conversations you need to have every week to get a set number of deals a month. And the conclusion here is that if we can have one high quality conversation, it doesn't matter if it's a good deal or a bad deal, as long as it's somebody who wants to sell. If you have one high quality conversation, chances are we can acquire about 3 deals a month. So based on the some of the percentages that we have seen, now of course, maybe we need a little more conversations per day in order, instead of 3 deals a month, maybe we yield 2 deals a month or 1 deal a month. But I think if our kind of benchmark is, it's consistently getting deals, 1 or 2 deals a month is actually also a really, really good traction to have. So if you want to get in the game, you can participate through the funding network to get funding or to provide funding for some of these deals. We also want to feature some deals here for you. This is a Waco deal. It's subject to, you can take it over and wrap it. And then this is a deal that is also a subject to, you can take it over, rehab it, and put it back on the market. It can also be a good rental. So I'm going to skip over a couple more slides. We have a really awesome app. We call it in the alpha phase. Being an alpha means that it's not fully ready for the public yet, but it is available for us to kind of play around with and for proof of concept. And so we thought, what a better chance it is to showcase this app here. So let me see how I can share my screen here. You can literally see the deals in your area and in your neighborhood. So this is something that when we're just when we're looking for deals, or when we're starting out, trying to see what a deal looks like. This is something that we can do right now. When you log in the app, you're gonna see this deals near me, and you're gonna see the location of the app. Excuse me, of all the deals. So let's say here we're in Houston. And actually, let me zoom out a little bit to kind of see. When I first log in, I will see summary of where all the deals are. So here we have Texas, and you can see here we have a total of 13,000 results that are all on your fingertips, right? So you got some numbers in Florida, Texas. That's where we are very active in. So let me zoom back in. So to kind of learn about real estate investments, I would suggest in the beginning, you can use this to drive around and really see what the houses look like. You can certainly do outreach. I think when I'm just getting started, I want to see what a potential investment property will look like on the outside. And I think just as a practice, I think that's a really cool practice to do, just to see. And then another thing to do is to go to the foreclosure auction and see how the house get auctioned off, just to kind of get some reference and background of how the business gets done. So here, for example, I can go into, say, I'm around Sharpstown, right now. And I can say, hey, I'm really close to this property here. And this house was already auctioned off back on August 5th. So, but for now, we can actually go take a look because it's so close by. It had a really good looking amount of equity, right? The information needs to be uh, fully verified. You know, before I invest in anything, I would verify all the numbers. Uh, but this number looks quite good. If I click on navigate, it can navigate me it'll create a route for me to get there. If you click on details, you can also look at the details of the property. And then there's a deal calculator here. All we need to do is to punch in, you know, what the rehab value is. So for example, let's say it's worth 300,000 and the rehab, well, you know, just 5,000. It's a very light rehab. Then we can actually have a analysis that's created. Well, if it's at this number, it probably doesn't look like a really good deal for fix and flip. But maybe it's, you know, let's say it's 450,000. Now it's an A+ deal, right? So really cool, quick analysis here to help you make quick decisions. You can also say, well, it's a buy and hold, and let's say it's $5,000 to fix up, and my monthly rent is $2,000. Let's see. Well, it's a C deal. It's just an okay deal because my monthly cash flow is not great. But let's say my rent is much better. Let's say it's 2,800. That makes it an A+ deal. So you can play around with this and have that work on, you know, help you make investment decisions. So if this looks pretty good, you know, I can skip trades and do some outreach to the owner, or I can go back to the map and I can try to map myself there. So I can drive there. Cool. So I'm going to click end, and I can look at another property. So from a studying standpoint, I'm just kind of seeing what deals are out there. And like I said, just being able to drive and see live what a potential deal would look like. And a lot of times when we go driving for dollars, we would drive through the front, you know, kind of see what the front of the house look like, what the yard looks like. A lot of times we also drive through the alleyway and see what the back of the house looks like too. So really cool tool. You know, it's in alpha right now. We want to get your feedback. Let kind of learn from you what type of feature is important to you. Obviously, we have a lot of ideas and insights ourselves on what we want to add to this app. But you know, this app is very exciting, and we're going to continue to build on this. So that's very exciting. All right. So that's the main thing. Excited, and what you have to do is to go to dealsnearme.io and sign up for a free account, and you can test drive it yourself. So to kind of end this session, we got some upcoming events. You know, we just had the hidden gem on how to find deals. So kind of looking at some of these classes, right? Look at this with the context of the deals near me now. how you can utilize this app to help you find deals and really achieve what these classes are teaching, right? How to acquire deals before they go on foreclosure, how to acquire deals that are going into foreclosure, and then how to use real estate to build wealth and also make money. Right? Money is kind of short term, and then building wealth is longer term. Okay, and then we have a map event and a Friday open house tomorrow as well. So if you're interested in the distressed seller leads, we have a promotion going on, and all you need to do is to schedule scan the QR code and schedule a time with our CS team. And depending on your experience level and kind of your company's financial situation, if you're a startup, we can get you all the way up to 50% off on your end of Q1 promotion. For those that are experienced and are actively doing deals, we ask that you continue to support us at full price, and so we'll go from there. All right, that's all we got, everybody. Want to just end the session with thanking you for joining us, and make sure you take actions, right? Whether it's learning or playing around with the app and kind of start driving around and getting involved. I think those are really good actions to get started, and you can start your real estate investment journey with us. And with that said, that's all I have for everybody. Hope everyone is having a great Thursday, and we look forward to seeing you next week and also in the next couple of days. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.